Oh, hi. What I'm doing? I'm painting my auxiliaries for the great Pompey and Caesar war. And I am evaluating this lovely water palette or wet palette as ArmyPainter or describing it on the page. I've been trying it for some days now. It's good. Well, it all depends how much moisture you have in the air, right? If you have a lot of moisture, the less moisture comes out of the water palette. Because it's winter time and it's cold, so we are heating up with open fire. Yes, so we have like minus 25% humidity in the air, therefore maybe my strange voice. Anyway, we are also thinking about all these kind of material that you have. You have the sponge thing here, kind of squishy, and you have the paper on. They say that you should put at least 2 millimeters of water, and it's I would say it's about the same height as the sponge, because if you do it more, right, then it will flow up above and onto the paper, and then you will have this the paint is just going to disappear, right? The lid that it doesn't hold moisture that good actually, in my opinion, but it could be a bit less here if you, it's very deep, right? So the space between the red part of the lid and this thing is very, very limited. So if I have a rather bigger lunge of color and have it like this, all right, then sometimes I will get the color here. Okay, so I would like to have it at least maybe 1 millimeter further in, like shallower. These ones are okay, right? I think these are meant for the triangle ones that ArmyPainter have. I don't have any of those pencil right here with me here today, not even in the house, but maybe I will see if I can manage to get my hands on them. Now we are this great yerba mate. So we are continuing with these guys, right? And I managed to do the skin on them, and it's okay. So now I will continue. The blue tunic is done, the skin is done. I won't deal with the sandals because I think they're to let me zoom in for you guys a bit so you see a little bit better there a bit, right? So if you have this lovely fellow, his skin is done, and his sandals, I won't go into detail, I won't highlight them. Now I remember what I forgot. His little toes I need to fill in, and after that we will do the brown. After the brown we will do a bit lighter shade of the metal, the part when we go dry brush frenzy, and it's really, I need to take in that it's dry brush, no wet palette soaked off brush, dry, it's dry brush. So a dry brush here, right? Where the hell are there you are. A dry brush, okay? We have this dry brush, and then we are dry brushing. You know the thing. Actually, I have this special from whatever. Yes, it's ArmyPainter. It's I think it's the first one of many that will follow. It's a round tip. Ah, they have also in their head. They are thinking, and it's the space that you go through over. It's much deeper, wider than the regular pencils that are like straight. Because then you just write on with this small thin line of paint, right? that are applied on the dry brush. This one is round, so it's more like you have a larger area, and therefore I think you can more accurately apply the amount of paint that you use. Anyway, so let's have like this. Yes, very nice color. They are a bit darker in the skin, as you can see. Yes, not as piggy like me. They are a bit, because I think they were marching in the sun a lot. So we take our big glass here, magnifying glass, and we start go crazy with the color. And I thought that I was done with a paint of flesh, but I realized that I didn't do their little toes. So we need to do it before my voice goes off completely. So I have this water palette, and actually I think the quality of it's not that great comparing to my homemade one. The homemade one I could easily fill up. This one I need to dip it, and I see there lots of cat hair is wavering around, so we see how it goes. So we dive into and brush their little toes. We have a big toe here, and we have a small toe there, and the one, and the other one went there. And this is the long toe, or whatever you call it. Yes, I don't think I will highlight the toes. I will just paint them in. So hopefully I managed to hit 5 toes, because that's the number of the sapiens. Well, some of them don't have a fifth small toe. So I say that the poor lads got their chopped off. Oh no, he has I just messed it up. They are really tiny. I think they are too tiny, but let's try to fix it, because he has a big spot. So let's see if we can do it. Yes. Okay, so we need to take the amount of color away like this, and then I will put in a little bit of a darker color in the middle. Let's hope I will manage to hit the little space between those toes. I have a rather steady hand today. Oh, it's perfect as usual. No, it's not usual, but it's okay. So we continue with this one and see how many. Oh no, actually he has a lot of. He has a good toe amount on his left, because it's on the left foot front that the mole lines pass. So we have a tinky, pinky, linky. This one, and let's say that he has this toe like. Oh well. Anyway, on this right foot, I have strangely managed to take a part of a sandal. That strip that is hanging down actually is a mold line that has went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So they can march easier with 5 toes than with 4. Now this one. Oh, this one has a 5th toe. That's good. And one of these that has 2, 3, 4. Oh, they could be. They're very tight together. He has a really little little one on the other foot. The right foot is it's better because the mold line doesn't pass it through the toes as on the left foot. On most of those sculpture models that I'm painting from Warlord, we will later. Oh no, this one has a chopped off nail, so we're gonna toe. So we're gonna be like, that could be hard. This he has a very long toe here and a smaller one, and this little tinky like this. So I think I need to. I don't know if I talked about the anatomy of the human being, because that's something I need to study a bit, especially when you have a muscle that isn't so much sculpted on the miniatures. You still have about the same muscles than in the they look the same. Okay, that's the toes. That's good. Now we go with the brown. Do we have the brown? We have the brown there, and it's oak brown from the ArmyPainter. Let's stir it a bit. I hear that I don't have a metal ball in here, so maybe later sometime when I have the time I can really do a metal thing here. Let's just drink up. Oh, that's nice. Stir it around there good and apply. So yeah, the water. Well, the good thing that you got a lot of papers. And the thing is that due to the fact that the paper doesn't cover all the space in the square, right? It's a bit smaller. The water is lying around the paper, which means that the color, the paint, if it comes out, the sponge will soak it in and get miscolored, dirty. So I think if the paper was a bit bigger, even you could maybe do it like all the way onto the corners, and then you had a little bit of like a staircase, so the paper will lie upon the staircase, like, and then the sponge was about even wet, like 1/10 millimeters shorter. The paper would fold a little bit, and it will keep the size clean. But it's not so much deal. Doesn't really matter if you got a bit brown, red, blue, black color on the sponge or on the hydric foam, as they call it. So let's work with those belts. We are doing just a one layer of highlight, I hope, or not. I'm doing the I don't understand. Sometimes when I paint, the middle part gets more like brownish than the upper ones. So it comes out as if the middle part is darker actually than the other ones, as the other part of the belt and the scabbard. And there are two different types of belts here. There are those that have raised the edges. Then you paint only the raised edges, and then you have those that are just one little like a clean belt. Then you paint just the middle of the clean belt. So So if you hear something in the background, it could be the dog. He is kind of snorling. Yes. That's good. I maybe need to redo the shadow of the scarab here, because I'm not satisfied on it. It has this strange reverse kind of layer to it. Let's see in this part. Yeah, when you paint like halfway, remember, and you like took a good time to paint the skin with the highlights and stuff like that. Do not stress with the when you paint the elements next to it, because then you can damage the hard work you have put in on the highlight skin, for example. So take your time. Yes, take your time. Like this. That's good. Okay, so he's done. Let's jump into the other one. We'll try to have a rather bollocks. Here's the same thing. Now, did I wash them black or did I not? Maybe some of those fellows aren't washed black. I think I missed that part. Huh. No, but I see that some of them has this right color, so I have inked it, but I think the one I missed one. You know, it's easy to get confused actually. When doing like this, because you're painting like the same models all over again and again and again, and so of course you could make a big mistake. Well, it's not a big mistake, but it's still a mistake that here I have a belt that isn't like is not curved. And when I mean curved, I mean the part that's going upwards, right? Like this on the edges. Then I just paint these one. If there's a straight, I paint in the middle. I don't know if you do the same, but that's the thing I do. So we're doing the shaft. And I know there are different in the way you can highlight. You can even highlight the parts that are further away from each other, or you can highlight the middle. I think it depends on if there is a lot of space actually. Yes. Well, this one didn't have so much details actually. Maybe I missed the scarab for the dagger. Oh, that's the thing we need to learn. The name of the dagger that the Romans had. The thing is that I have managed to get my hands on some other models from the Roman area, which I will use as velites or valets or whatever you call them. The guys that are the skirmishers that are in front of the line, throwing javelins, right? There are often younger kids that just starting to their journey into the depth of the legions. This is one that I didn't covered. This is one that is already painted. So I'm getting confused. I should have this one isn't painted. Or if this one is the let's see. We will do this part. This part and here the scarab, this one, yes, and that one. This guy has like really nice sculpted miniatures with lots of fine details, as for example their belts are twisted, as should, I think you should, because you're fibbling it around, so you don't have like they're flapping around. Oh, I think a bit too much paint. So, but on the rear you have the two, but let's see if they are darker or no. I need to fill it in and go through with the ink again on this one. That's great. That's right. Well, anyway, this is me painting out away. We had this little water palette conclusion kind of thing. So, but of course, it will affect the material, the amount of plastic you use in these. I have a bit here. A hidden away brown. So the front is okay. The back, yes, the back. We need to do work on the back. And the shaft of the pillar. Pilum. I'm even so much into it, so I maybe will, when I have time, I will maybe have some Roman Total War 2 Age of Conan, I said, no, the Age of Rome, or whatever the game is called. It's called Total War Rome 2, or Total War 2 Rome. They're coming out so nice. Even if I'm like messing up some details, they are really good. Nice. Okay, so is it done? Yeah, this one is done. So this one done. This is gonna be ink it, and was it this? No, this one is back. So let's see if we can find some dark ink, dark shadow, or let's shake it up a bit. We can apply it here. We don't need so much. And we take the same brush, because it's a waste of time to change the brush. So we are applying here. Yes. Oh, much better. Definitely much better. Much better. Well, let's do the scarab again. But if you paint with different colors, you will need to use different pieces of ink, like different colors. You have soft, medium, and dark. On metal and dark colors, I use, of course, the darker one. On the lighter, I use soft, like skin or light colors, because they're like tuning the color down a bit. Yes. Because it's no idea to ink something with a lighter color. You won't get the effect that you want, because ink are rather good to hide if you miss colors and stuff. And I mean, when I mean miss, you're like a bit shaky on the hands, and the colors like overlap each other when they shouldn't, and you don't have a straight line. If you ink the middle, your eyes won't see it. You will say that the two colors are flowing into each other, so that's good. Well, yellow and white could be rather hard to ink. Well, you could always draw a straight line, but the straight line would anyway, if you're not a steady hand painter. You can always try to have a bit of thing that holds your hand up, so you like lean your hand towards something and then paint. Well, some people have different methods, and who am I to tell you what's wrong, what's good, what's right, and what's not? The main thing that you are happy while we are painting. Yeah, we should ink this one. Like here, and we ink this part, or the shaft in this part. Oh, sometimes I forget to put the extent of water when I'm cleaning the pencil away. So I have this drop of death, more like, hanging all over the brush I'm painting with. That could slip down any second. So yeah. And like this, and then we can do because it's drying really fast due to the high temperature or the extremely dry dry and moisture-less air in our house right now. Yes. Yes, he's done with this one. Now he's back, or is I think sometimes you need to redo the color, actually, due to the fact that even that you brush it with the ink and you have the lighter color beneath, you still get this strange colored the paint, like the color is not what it's supposed. It's lighter instead of darker in some places if you mix up paints with water. Like, for example, if you're in a hurry and you say, oh no, I will instead of filling it up, you will put a bit of water in them, just to have more paint, so you can paint like the last miniature in your group of 4 or 5, or how many you paint. Yes, yeah, it's okay. This one will be hidden beneath the shield. And now we can do the scarab properly with the highlight in the middle. Or I don't see good enough. Yes, something like this. That's good. Maybe we can save it with a bit of black later. It could be good. Oh, it should be good. It will be good. Yeah. Steady hand. Let the Lorica Hamata feel the wrath of the brown paint as it your. It's the name Hamata sounds very, I think, Japanese. Oh, the samurai where it's the Hamata. So, wonder if the Romans ever met the Japan, a samurai, or what do you think? Do you think that someone managed to take the Silk Road from Japan all the way to Rome and then back again and said, wow, these are crazy guys. They wear white pajamas at the meeting of the elder. Actually, it would be nice to see if you can manage such a meeting. I wonder who should won, a brave samurai or a gladiator. What do you think? I think the samurai. Well, actually, because we are taught that samurai fight very like clean and stuff, but it wasn't like that. If you see these on the later parts of the shows that they put up for the for publics, right? For the tourists, they get on it like whoa, really. You can like search it up in on YouTube. They're going really hard on each other, trashing and hashing and stuff like that. So let's try to put the in the middle, like this. This one. We're doing the dagger now. Just to apply some color on the round. Talk about. Yeah, it's like. Okay, so he's done. Now about you. What about you, my dear fellow? Okay, back to the brown. Now let's try again. The scarab. Yes, that's good. The ear is perfect. Oh, nice. Oh, well, that wasn't like a jackpot with the steady hand motions. This one. Yes, sir. The scarab for the dagger. Yes, it went well. Let's try to dip it on this little part here. Yeah, it's okay. So this one has the I don't know if you can see it, but let's try to show you. You see that it has like these two lighter parts, the upper one and the lower one, and I'm trying to paint these or those or these are. Oh, have you even take off some extent of the color on the handle and start halfway through, and we will go halfway through here. Yeah, so I'm still like putting in all my heart on every damn model I paint. So I'm not a fast painter. And actually, I don't have any army there completely done, right? So I've been into the miniature about 30 years. 28, 25 years, and I haven't, not a single, wait, maybe I have a small division in Blackfire and Sword that is fully painted. That's the only game. Yes, I have one army 17th century Commonwealth Polish Lithuanian army, but I hadn't not dared to paint any hussars, you know, with the feathers in the back, because I'm scared to F them up. Maybe I need to take out my new pencils soon, because these ones are really getting tired. They managed to do a great job so far, but now I think their lifespan is coming to an end. So yeah, that's good. Now what do we need for on these fellows? We need to put, let me see, put the not the gold but the silver. So we need to dry brush them, and after we dry brushing, well, that's actually kind of strange that you have the scarab on the Roman soldier on the right side, even that most people were. It's maybe due to that you would have the same motion, like you throw the pilums and then you take out swords. It's closer than stretching all over, because you throw the pilums in the last second when you charge. You run up, you run, and then you throw them, and then you take this sword from the scabbard. But the daggers are on the other side, so I know medieval knights have them on the other side, mostly if you're not left-handed. Okay, so dry brushing. We have our old dry brush, because it's smaller areas, and I don't want to use the big round one that I was talked with about. So we are putting aside this one for a while. Yes, we will use it later when we do the golden part, and then they are done. Well, of course, the hair though. The hair, they're gonna have black hair, so we are going with the contrast black here. Contrast black paint here. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Black temple contrast black templar. That was good. And now we will try remember to. I need to fill up with the gunmetal that I have. I know that I even have added some extra black in this one because I thought that it was too bright. Don't really like really bright metal. Maybe on swords when you like really wanna. Dark oak. Yes, and yes. Now I can show you some clips of my paints, how they are standing. Oof, it's hot. I need to close off the fire. Oof. It's all dried up, mostly. So, well, I think that would be for today. I will continue to slave to make these 4 ready. Then I have 12, and then we have 4 like command group, right? The centurion, the obtuse, and the trumpet, and the standard bearer, the cow holder, as I call him. And the cow holder will have a tiger. He has a tiger or a lion on his head. And the one blowing the flute has this wolf. Oh, box! I'm dropping it. So that's a way to go. And then we have actually 16 figures done. If you put 16 figures next to each other, you have 320 millimeters. But if I put it in 2 rows, then I have 160. That's the minimal width of a standard unit. So I need, and these will be my primaris. Then I need to do the hastati and the triari. I will open the box with you guys, and then and the hastati. I don't know where I can find those miniatures. I will talk about miniatures a bit later in the next episode. So, but you will see my dilemma there. Anyway, thank you for today. See you around. Keep on painting here on because I think I forgot the intro. So we're gonna have the intro at the end. Thank you for today here on the Late Night Miniatures. Greatest show I've ever done. See you around, guys.